Hello, I'm Peter Towers. Managing Director of ESS BIZTOOLS. Welcome to this overview of Business Plus for the month of August. I hope that you're having a great day and that August has started very well for you. Business Plus this month explores some new areas and revisits some old ones because business life continues on, doesn't it? Understanding business funding is very important. So we're going to run a series on business funding, looking at the various ways that you might be able to assist your SME clients to have a better understanding of the opportunities that are now available to them to be able to raise money from the public. It's a lot easier now than what it was many years ago when I was a younger accountant. But we need to be familiar with the processes and be able to work through them. So over this series, we're going to be looking at raising capital using Section 708 of the Corporations Act, crowdsource funding, equity raising, early stage innovation company, and venture capital. So hopefully you're looking forward to being able to receive that information that you can then convey to your clients. The theme will also be looking at some of the important information that your clients need to be disclosing to potential investors so that they can gain a full appreciation of what's involved in that business. The next item in Business Plus relates to the Export Market Development Grant. You might recall that 2 years ago, the Export Market Development Grant was changed quite significantly from being a grant that you applied for after you had spent the money and then sought reimbursement from Austrade. It's now similar to most other government grants is in that you apply in advance. So from your client's point of view, they know whether they've got the funding because they've already applied for it and it's been granted. They've got a grant agreement and they're able to draw down money from Austrade. The next round of applications for the Export Market Development Grant are expected to be before the end of 2024. So that's not too far away, is it, from a planning point of view? So now is the time to start communicating with clients. And remember, they can be in any type of business, from sole trader, partnership, the various trusts, companies, as long as the turnover is under $20 million and they are exporting or supplying services in Australia to overseas residents. That's worth looking at. In total, they could be eligible to ultimately be paid $770,000 over a period of time. And you can assist your clients on that journey. They will all need an export market plan developed, and you might be able to help them on that to get them started. What causes shrinkage? A huge problem for many businesses, retailers, manufacturers, wholesalers, all have shrinkage problems. Some of it because of wastage, because people hadn't closely followed the directions or left perishable products standing out in a concrete paved car park for far too long and the products have deteriorated. Others caused by markdowns in pricing, and other problems are caused through theft and pilferage. It's a good idea for management to be aware of the potential shrinkage problems that can occur in their business and then working with them with ways to minimize it. And there are processes that you can actually calculate what the shrinkage was because you can institute processes to do that. And we are implementing those systems within ESS BIZTOOLS. We have some updates on that material in the near future. Waste management, a key management challenge, an enormous challenge. Waste is a huge cost to business, and we're alerting you to some of the significance of waste management and some of the strategies in the article in Business Plus this month. And we'll be following up with both waste management issues and shrinkage issues in subsequent editions, because this is important. Getting presentations right. I thought some of you might like to think about making presentations. How do you judge the presentation I'm making to you? But in all seriousness, we all need to practice and practice and practice our presentation style, how we communicate. And it's not only when you're on Zoom doing a video presentation like I'm doing at present, but it's in team training, it's talking to a group of clients, it's being a participant in a directors meeting. It's all the communication style built around a presentation. Years ago, I was an alderman on a city council, and I was the only one that wasn't in a political party that were in control of the council, but for some reason, the mayor and none of the other aldermen were able to attend a particular function. So the mayor's secretary rang me and said, would you like to attend? I said, I suppose I better. So I attended, and the mayor's secretary said to me, we'll send round to your office the notes for the mayor's speech, because that's who you're representing. So I received about 12 pages of notes. And I thought, gee. So I read through it and I thought, oh, okay, righto. And then I went through with a highlighter and marked the important points, the commitments the city was making to this particular organisation. I thought, well, I better make sure I talk about them. And I gave up trying to read these notes after I got halfway through page 2, to be honest, and just put them aside, and I knew where I'd marked things. I went back to them. And then I just talked to the audience. And that's the style that you have to develop. I didn't like the idea, which obviously the mayor did. He was going to stand there and read 12 pages of notes to the audience. I didn't like that idea at all, and I never have. I've always got notes for meetings, but they're points of material that I want to bring up. And I'm happy to talk, but that doesn't suit everyone, and it mightn't really suit the connoisseurs of public speaking. I found over the years that I've known people who have benefited very much from joining organisations like Toastmasters to improve their skills of being able to communicate. I had a partner who had great difficulty in being able to communicate to more than 3 people. And I encouraged him to join Toastmasters, and he did. And he later on became the district governor of Rotary. And I don't think you get that job unless you're able to communicate. So it improved his communication skills quite considerably. You may have to talk to some of your team or even some of your partners in your firm, maybe yourself, to think about how are you communicating? Because we communicate in one-on-one situations, and then a whole range of others, from formal speeches to participating in videos and other activities. So that's why we've included that in the newsletter, because our clients are also involved in all of this ongoing communication requirements all the time. And we have the series we've been running now for a few editions, series we run every couple of years. What does it mean? Hopefully the information we got this month, which talks about EBIT and trying to demystify some of the accounting jargon which we use, and we know what it means, but do our clients. And I think it's important that we inform our clients, the users of the material that we produce, just what some of these terminologies mean. And also, of course, they're the people paying the bills. So that's the introduction and overview of Business Plus for the month of August 2024. I hope that you will have the opportunity to read the material before you send it around to your clients. Make a list as you're going through who might be interested in talking to you about shrinkage controls, who might be interested in waste management, and have a good look at the paper on the characteristics of a well-run manufacturing business, where we really comment on waste management. Who's running a business that's starting to export? Write their name down and follow them up. And who's interested in the funding journey? And I think you might be surprised at the number of your clients that you could have who are interested in understanding the funding opportunities that are now available to them. Write down their names under those various subject headings and give them a ring by about Wednesday or Thursday of next week, if you're sending the newsletter out this afternoon, and talk to them. Offer to go and have a cup of tea or coffee or a glass of wine with them if that's their preference. And try to understand what additional services they're looking for, because there's still thousands of SMEs in Australia who are looking for support, who don't really know that their accountant can supply that support, because we've got this stereotype image in the minds of many SMEs that all accountants are interested in being involved in is the preparation of an income tax return. And unfortunately, the income tax return is not helping your SMEs on any of the matters that I've raised with you today. Shrinkage? No. Waste management? No. Export market development grant? No. Getting presentations right? No. And understanding business funding? No. Your clients need assistance on those areas. If you want to talk to me about any issue, please don't hesitate to give me a ring, 0747241118, or send me an email, peter@essbiztools.com.au. Thank you for your support of ESS BizTools. I look forward to talking to you about Business Plus again in September in about 4 weeks' time. Thank you. Goodbye.